relieve us. Let us revenge this with our fight!
What you proceed especially against Caius Marcius?
He is the very dog for the commonalty.
Consider you what services he has done for his country.
I say unto you what he hath done famously. He hath done to that end, and those self-conscious men may be content to say he did it for his country. He did it to please his mother!
But we cannot help it. His nature you account delights in him. You must in no way say he is covetous.
What shall to these? The other side of the city has already risen. Why stay we fighting here? To the capital! The capital! Stop! Who comes here?
Worthy Maria Agrippa, one that hath always loved the people.
She's one honest enough, but all the rest were so.
My masters, my good friends, my honest neighbors, will you undo yourselves?
We cannot, madam. We are undone already.
I tell you, friends, most charitable care have patricians of you for your wants.
Care for us. They ne'er indeed care for us. Suffer us to perish while their storehouses are filled with grain. Lord, eat us not up they will, and that is all the love they bear us.
I shall tell you a pretty tale. It may be you have heard it, but since it serves my purpose, I'll venture to scale it a little more.
You must not think to fob up our disgrace with a tale.
There was a time when all the body's members rebelled against the belly, thus accused that only like a ghost they did remain in the midst of the body, idle and unactive, still coveting the viand, never bearing like labor with the rest. The belly answered,
Aye, madam, what was your
With a kind of smile and tauntingly replied to the discontented member.
Your belly's answer. What?
Your most grave belly was deliberate, not rash like his accusers, and thus answered, True it is, my incorporate friends, quoth he, that I do receive the general food at first which you do live upon, and that it is for I am the storehouse and shop of the whole body. But, if you do remember, I send it through the rivers of your blood, to the court, the heart, to the seat of the brain, through all the cranks and offices of man. The strongest nerves and small inferior veins from me receive that natural competency whereby they live. And though that all at once, you my good friend, this says the belly, mark me?
Aye, madam. Well, well.
Though all at once cannot see what I do deliver out to each, yet can I make my audit up. You shall find that from me all do back receive the flour of all, and leave me but the bran. What say you to't?
Was an answer. How apply you this?
The senators of Rome are this good belly, and you the mutinous members. You shall find that no public benefit you shall receive, but it proceeds, or comes from them to you, and in no way from yourselves. What do you think? You, the great toe of business.
I, the great toe. Why the great toe?
For that being one of the basest, lowest, poorest of this mild belly, thou goest foremost. Thou rascal that art worst in blood to run, leads to win some vantage. But make you ready your stiff bats and clubs. Rome and her rats are on the point of battle. Hail, noble Marcius!
Thanks. What's the matter, you licentious rogues, that rubbing the poor itch of your opinion make yourselves scabs?
We have ever your good word.
He that would give good words to thee would flatter beneath a board. What would you have, you curs, that like nor peace nor war? The one who writes you, the other makes you proud. He that trusts to you, where he should find you lions, finds you hares. Where foxes, geese you are. Hang thee! Trust ye! With every minute you do change your minds and call him the noble that was now your hate, him vile that was your garland. What's the matter that in these several places of the city you cry against the noble senate who under the gods keep you in awe, which else would feed on one another? What's their seeking?
For corn at their own rates, whereof they say the city is well stored.
They say they'll sit by the fire and presume to know what's done in the capital, whose like to rise, who thrives and who declines. They say there's grain enough. Would the nobility lay aside their ruth and let me use my sword and make a quarry with thousands of these quartered slaves, as high as I could pick my lance.
These are almost thoroughly persuaded. Though they abundant in that discretion, yet are they passing cowardly. But I beseech you, what says the other truth?
They are dissolved. Hang them. They said they were hungry. Sighed forth proverbs that hunger broke stone walls. That dogs must eat that meat was made for man. That the gods sent not corn for the rich man only. With these shreds they vented their complainings, which being answered, and a petition granted them, they threw their caps as they would hang them on the horns of the moon, shouting their emulation. Woo!
What is granted them?
5 tribunes to defend their vulgarisms of their own choice. One's Junius Brutus, Asinius Volusius, and I am not. Death! The rebel should first unroof the city next and prevail with me.
This is strange.
Go get you home, you fragments!
Where's Kaiser Martius?
Here, what's the matter?
The news is, sir, the Volsces are in arms.
I am glad of it. Then we shall have means to vent our musty superbly. Let's see our best elders.
Marcius, 'tis true that you have lately told us. The Volsces are in arms.
They have a leader told us of things will put you to it. I sin in envying his nobility, and were I anything but the man I am, I would wish me only he.
You have fought together?
Would have to have the world by the ears, and he upon my party I revolt to make only my wars with him.
Then worthy Marcius, attend upon committees to these wars.
It is your form of promise.
Sir, it is, and I am constant. Titus Lucius, thou shalt see me once more strike at Tuller's face. What art thou stiff? Stand stout.
No, Caius Marcius. I'll lean upon one crutch and fight with Tuller and stay behind this business.
Oh, true bred.
Your company to the capital, where I know our greatest friends attend us.
Lead you on. Follow Cominius. We must follow you, like worthy your priority.
Noble Marcius, hence to your homes. Be gone!
Nay, let them follow. The Volsces have much corn. Take these rats thither to gnaw their garners. Worshipful mutineers, your valor puts well forth. Pray, follow!
Was ever man so proud as is this Marcius?
He has no equal.
When we were chosen tribunes for the people.
How much do his lips and eyes?
Nay, but his tones.
The present wars devour him. He has grown too proud to be so valiant.
Such a nature, tickled with good success, disdains the shadow which he treads on anew. Let's hence, and here are the dispatches made.
That's along. So your opinion is, Aufidius, that they of Rome are entered at our councils and know how we proceed.
Is it not yours? They have pressed the power, but it is not known whether for east or west. The dearth is great, people mutinous, and it is rumored Cominius, Marcius, your old enemy, who is of Rome more hated than of you, and Titus Lucius, the most valiant Roman. These 3 lead on this preparation, whether 'tis bent. Most likely 'tis for you. Consider of it.
Our army's in the field, noble Aufidius. Take your commission. Hie you to your band. Let us alone to guard quietly. If they set down before us, for the remove, bring up your army, but I think you'll find it not prepared for.
Oh, doubt not that. I speak from certainties. Nay, more, some parcels of the power are forth already, and only hitherward. I leave your army. If we and Caius Marcius chance to meet, 'tis sworn between us we shall ever strike till one can do no more.
The gods assist you.
And keep your honor safe.
Farewell.
Farewell.
I don't slay young Martians.
seek danger where he was like to find fame. To a cruel war I sent him, from whence he returned his brows bound with oak.
Had he died in the business, madam? How then?
Hear me profess sincerely. Had I a dozen sons, each in my love alike, and none less dear than thine, and my good Marcius, I'd rather had 11 die nobly for their country than one voluptuously surfeit out of action.
Madam, Lady Valeria is under this issue.
Beseech you, give me leave to retire myself.
Indeed you shall not. Methink I hear hither your husband's drum. See him pluck Aufidius down by the hair, as children from a bear, the Volsci shunning him. Methink I see him stamp thus and call thus. Come on, you cowards! You were not in fear, though you were born in Rome. His bloody brow and his mailed hand, then wiping forth he goes.
His bloody brow. Oh, Jupiter, no blood.
Away, you fool! More becomes a man in guiltless trophy. Tell Valeria we are fit to bid her welcome.
Heavens, bless my molten fellow Phineas.
He'll pluck Aufidius' head below his knee and shred upon his neck.
My ladies, both good day to you.
Sweet madam,
I am glad to see your ladyship. How do you both? What are you sewing here? Ah, fine spot and good faith. How does your little son? I thank your ladyship. Well, good madam.
he'd rather see the swords and hear a drum than look upon his schoolmaster.
On my word of father's son, I'll swear 'tis a very pretty boy. I must have, I looked on him a Wednesday, half an hour's weather, had such a confirmed countenance. I saw him run after a gilded butterfly, and after he caught it, he let it go again, and after it again, and over he comes in, up again and catch it again. Or whether his fall enraged him or how 'twas, he did so set his teeth and tear it. Oh, I warrant how he managed it.
One on his father's moods.
Indeed, that is a noble child. Come, lay aside your stitchery. I must have you play the idle housewife with me this afternoon. No, madam, I will not have a doors. Not out of doors?
She shall.
Indeed, no. By your patience, I will not over the threshold till my lord return from the wars. Ah, you can find yourself most unreasonably. Come. In troth, law, go with us, and I shall tell you excellent news of your husband. Indeed, madam, there can be none yet. Verily, I do not jest. There came news from him last night. Indeed, good madam. No, this is true. I heard the standard of Aufidius. Thus it is. The Volscians have an army formed against whom Cominius the general is gone with 1/2 of our Roman power. Your lord and Titus Laertius are set down before their city CORIOLANUS. They nothing doubt prevailing, and to make it brief wars. This is true on mine honor, and so I pray go with us. Give me excuse, good madam. I will obey thee in everything hereafter.
Let her alone, lady. As she is now, she will but disease our better mirth.
In troth, I think she would. Very well then. I wish you much mirth.
Yonder comes news, a wager they have made.
Why, what's yours, now?
Is thou free? Say, as our general met the enemies.
They lie in view, but have not spoken.
Ah! Second good voice is mine.
I'll buy him up.
No, I'm nor sell nor given. Lend you him I will for half 100 years. Some of the town.
How far off lie these armies?
Within this mile and a half.
Think we shall hear their letter and they ours. No noise and prithee make us quick in work, that we with smoking swords may march from hence to help our fielded friends. Come, sound thy blast! Thomas Aufidius, is he within your walls?
No, nor a man that fears you less than he. That's lesser than a little. Hark, drums are bringing forth our youth. But themselves. Hark ye far off. There is Ovidius. Listen to the works he makes amongst your cloven army.
Oh, they are at
Their noise beyond instruction!
They fear us not when we for destiny. Put your shields before your hearts, fight with hearts more proof than shields. Come on, my fellows. He that retires, I'll take him for a bull sea, and he shall feel my edge. All the contagion of the South lies on you. You shames of Rome. You souls of peace that bear the shapes of men. How have you run from slaves that apes would beat? Men charge home, or by the fires of heaven I lead the foe and make my wars on you. Look to it. If we'll stand fast, we'll beat them to their lives. So now the kings are open. Mark me and do the like. Ah!
Foolhardy, not I.
Nor I.
See, they have come in to the pot, I warned you.
What have become of Marcius? Slain, sir, doubtless.
Following the flags at their very heels, with him, then he enters, and with the collapse of the gate, suddenly he's left alone to enter all the city.
Oh, noble fellow. Thou wast a soldier not fierce and terrible only in strokes, but with thy grim looks, and the thunder-like percussion of thy sounds. Thou madest thy enemies shake as if the world were vigorous and did tremble.
Oh, sir!
'Tis Marcius. Open, remain alive!
This will I take the road.
And I this.
I'm plagued on it. I took this for silver.
See here these movers who prize their hours a cracked drachma. Cushions, leaden spoons, irons of a dwat. Doublets the hangman would bury with those that wear them. These base slaves, ere yet the fight be done, pack up. Down with them! But hark, what news our general makes to him? There's the man whom my soul's hate, Ovidius, piercing our Romans. Then valiant Titus, take convenient numbers to make good the city, whilst I with those that have the spirit will make haste and help come in.
What is third thou pleadest? Thy exercise hath been too violent for a second course of fight.
Sir, praise me not. My work hath not yet warmed me. The blood I drop is rather physical than dangerous to me. To Ovidius thus will I appear.
Greet you, my friends. We have come like Romans, not foolish in our stands off, nor cowardly in our retreat. Believe me, sirs, we shall be charged again.
Come on, too late.
Aye. Oh, if you come not in the blood of others, but mantled in your own.
How is it with Lertius? As with a man busy about decrees, condemning some to death, some to exile, ransoming him or pitying, threatening the other, holding CORIOLANUS in the name of Rome.
But how propelled you?
Well, the time so to tell, I do not think. Where is the enemy? Are you lost to the field? Why, if not, why cease you till you are so?
Marcius, we have a disadvantage fought and did retire to win our purpose.
How lies their battle? Know you on which side they have placed their men of trust? I do beseech you by all the battles we have fought together, by the blood we have shed together, by the vows we have made to endure as friends, that you directly set me against the base.
Yet dare I never deny your asking. Take your choice of those that best can aid your action.
Those are they that are most willing. If any such be here, as it were sin to doubt that love this painting wherein you see me scared. If any fear lesser his person than an ill report, if any think brave death outweighs bad life, and that his country is dearer than himself, let him alone, or so many so minded, wave thus to express his disposition and follow Martian.
Keep your duties as I set them down. If I do send dispatchful sentries to our aid, the rest will serve for a short holding. If we lose the field, we cannot keep the town.
Fear not our care, sir.
Hence, and shut your gates upon us. I'll gotta come. To the Roman camp, conduct us.
None but thee, for I paid thee worse than a promise ring. Keep me alive!
Not a quick bones of serpent I abhor more than thy fame and envy.
Fix thy foot. Let the first butcher die, the other slain, and God doom him after.
If I fly, Marcius, how me like a
Within these 3 hours, Tullus, alone have I fought in your CORIOLANUS walls, and made what work I pleased. 'Tis not my blood wherein thou seest me matched. For thy revenge, reach up thy power to the highest.
Wert thou the Hector that was the whip of your bragging progeny, thou shouldst not escape me here.
If I should tell thee of this thy day's work, thou wilt not believe thy deeds. And we thank the gods our Rome hath such a soldier.
Sir, praise me not. My mother, who has a charter to extol her blood, when she does praise me, grieves me. I have done as you have done, that's what I can. Induced as you have been, that's for my country.
You shall not be the grave of your deserving. For a concealment worse than a death to hide your doings. Therefore, I beseech you, in sign of what you are, not to reward what you have done, but for our army, hear me.
I have some wounds upon me, and they smart to hear themselves remembered.
Of all the horses, the treasure in this field achieved and city, we render you the 10th to be taken forth before the common distribution.
Thank you, General, cannot make my heart consent to take a bribe to pay my sword. I do refuse it and stand upon my common part with those that have beheld the doing.
Marcius! 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 Marcius!
Too modest are you, more cruel to your good report than grateful to us that give you truly. Therefore be it known as to us, to all the world, know that Caius Marcius bears this war's garland, and for what he did before Coriolanus, call him with all the applause and clamor of the host, Marcius Caius Coriolanus.
Marcius Caius Coriolanus. Marcius Caius Coriolanus. Marcius Caius Coriolanus.
You don't wash. And when my face is fair, you shall perceive whether I blush or no. Howbeit, I thank you.
Go read to our tent. The blood on your visage dries, but 'tis time it should be looked to. Come.
Thomas came.
You'll be delivered back in good condition.
Condition! I would I were a woman. I cannot be the horse be that I am. Condition! What good condition can a treaty find in the part that has had mercy? 5 times, Marcius, I have fought with thee. So often hast thou beat me, and wouldst do so, I think, as often as we eat. By the elements, if e'er I meet him again, beard to beard, he's mine! For I am his. Mine emulation hath not that honor in it had. For where I thought to crush him with an equal force, true sword to sword, I'll botch it in some way or craft naked.
He's the devil.
Both of them not so subtle. My vow is poison, suffering, stained by him, or him shall fly out of itself. Nor sleep, nor sanctuary, being naked, sick, nor times of sacrifice. Embarkments all of fury shall lift up their rotten privilege and custom against my hate to Marcius. Where I find him, if he be at home upon my brother's guard, even there, against the hospitable cannon where I wash my feet's hand in his heart.
The augurer tells me we shall have news tonight, good or bad. Not according to the prayer of the people, for they love not Marcius.
Nature teaches beasts to know their friends.
In what enormity is Marcius poor in that you two have not an abundance?
He's poor in no one fault, but so with all.
Especially in pride.
I am topping all others in boasting.
You blame Marcius for being proud.
Well, we do it not alone.
I know you can do very little alone. Your abilities are too infant-like for doing much alone. You talk of pride. Oh, that you could make but an interior survey of your good selves. Oh, that you could.
What then, madam?
Why, then we should discover a brace of unmerited, proud, violent, testy magistrates. Arius fools as any in Rome.
Naminia, you are known well enough too.
I am known to be a humorous patrician, and one that loves a hot cup of wine, one that converses more with the buttock of the night than with the boy at the morning. What I think I utter, and I spend my malice in my breath. Meeting two such as you are, the drink you give me touch my palate adversely, I make a crooked face at.
Come, madam, come. We know you well enough.
You know neither me, yourselves, nor anything. You are ambitious for poor knaves, cats and legs. You are a pair of strange ones. Yet you must be saying, Marcius is proud, who in a cheap estimation is worth all your predecessors. God, your worships, more of your conversation would infect my brain. How now, my fair as noble ladies? Whither do you follow your eyes so fast?
Honorable Meninia, my boy Marcius approaches. For the love of Juno, let's go.
Marcius coming home?
I will give Benignia, and with most prosperous approbation.
Oh, Marcius coming home!
Nay, it is true.
Is he not wounded? He was wont to come home wounded.
No, no, no.
Oh, he is wounded. I thank the gods for it. Oh, so do I too. If it be not too much, brings the victory in his pockets, the wounds become his.
On his brows, Meninia, he comes
God save your good worships. Martius is coming home. He has more cause to be proud. Where is he wounded? In the shoulder and in the left arm. There will be large cicatrizes to show the people when he shall stand for his place. He had before this last expedition 25 wounds upon him. Now it's 27. Every gash was an enemy's grave. Hark! These are the ushers of Martius. Before him he carries noise. Behind him he leaves tears. Death, that dark spirit in his nervy arm doth lie, which being advanced declines, and then men die.
That all alone did Martius fight within Coriolanus' gates, where he hath won with fame a name to Caius Martius. These in honours follow Martius Caius Coriolanus. Welcome to Rome, renowned Coriolanus.
No more of this, it does offend my heart. Pray now, no more.
Look, sir, your mother.
You have, I know, petitioned all the gods for my prosperity.
Nay, my good soldier, my gentle Martius, worthy Caius, and by deed achieving honor newly named. What is it? Coriolanus must I call thee? No, thy wife.
My gracious sons, hail. Wouldst thou have laughed had I come calling home, and weepest to see me triumph?
The gods crown thee.
And live you yet, my sweet lady, pardon.
100,000 welcomes.
Many ever. Your hand. And yours.
I have lived to see inherited my very wishes, and the buildings of my fancy. Only there is one thing wanting which I doubt not. Our Rome will cast upon thee.
No, good mother, I had rather be their servant in my way than slave with him in theirs.
On to the council!
All tongues speak of him. Such a pother. As if that whatsoever God who leads him were slyly friendly to his human powers and gave him graceful posture.
On the sudden, I warranted counsel.
Oh, that our own dismay during his power goes to sleep.
And doubt not, the commoners for whom we stand, but they upon their ancient malice will forget at the least cause these his new honors, which that he will give them. Make I his little question, as he is proud to do it.
I heard him swear, were he to stand for counsel, never would he appear in the marketplace, nor on him put the napless vesture of humility, nor showing, as the manner is, his wounds to the people, beg their stinking breaths.
It shall be to him then sure destruction.
We must remind the people in what hatred he still hath held, that to his power he would have made them rule, silenced their pleaders, and dispropertied their freedoms.
This suggestion hath some time when his soaring insolence shall touch the people, will be his fire to kindle their dry stuff, and their blaze shall darken them forever.
To the capital, and carry with us ears and eyes for the time, but hearts for the event.
Have with it.
Come, how many stand for counsel should agree, they say, but 'tis one of everyone Coriolanus inherits. He is a noble fellow, but he is vengeance proud and loves not the common people. Hey, there have been many great men that have flattered the people, ne'er loved them, and there be many that they have loved, they know not wherefore. Therefore, Coriolanus neither to care whether they love or hate him, that is the true knowledge he has in their disposition. He seeks their hate with more devotion than they can render to him. He hath deserved worthily of his country. He hath so planted his honors in their eyes and his actions in their hearts, that for their tongues to be silent and not confess so much were a kind of ungrateful injury. No more of him, he is a worthy man. There come the time.
Having determined the little season to send for time Laertius, it remains the main point of this our after meeting to gratify his noble service that hath thus stood for his country, and to report a little of that worthy work performed by Marcius Caius Coriolanus, whom we met here both to thank and to honor with honors like himself.
Masters of the people, we do request your kindest ears, and after a loving motion toward the common body, to yield what passes here.
We are convented upon a pleasing treaty, and have hearts inclinable to honor and advance the theme of our assembly.
Which the rather we shall be blessed to do, if he remember a kinder value to the people than we have here to prize for that.
That's all. I would you rather have been silent. Please you to hear Cominius speak.
Most willingly. But yet my caution was more pertinent than the rebuke you give it.
He loves your people, but I am not to be their bedfellow. Worthy Cominius to speak. Nay, keep your place.
Sit, Coriolanus, never ashamed to hear
Your honors,
nobly
pardon. I had rather have my wounds to heal again than hear say how I got them.
Sir, I hope my words dispense you not.
No, man. Yet oft, when words had made me stay, I fled from words. You soothed not, therefore hurt not. But for your people, I loved them as they were.
Pray now, sit down.
I had rather have one scratch my head in the sun when the alarm was struck, than to sit idly to hear my nothings monster.
Proceed, Cominius.
I shall lack voice. The deeds of Coriolanus should not be undefeated. At 16 years, when Tarquin made a head for Rome, he fought beyond the mark of others. In that day's feats, he proved best man in the field, and for his meed was browbound with the yoke. And in the brunt of 17 battles since, he lurched all swords of the garland. For this last, before and in Coriolanus, let me say, I cannot speak him home. His sword, death's stamp, where it did mark, it took from face to foot. And till we called both field and city ours, he never stood to ease his breast with panting.
Worthy man, he cannot but with measure fit the honors which we devised here.
Our spoils he kicked at, and looked upon things precious as they were the common muck of the world. He covets less than misery itself will give. Rewards his deeds with doing them.
He's right noble. Let him be called for. The Senate, Coriolanus, are well pleased to make thee consul.
I do owe them still my life and services.
It never made that you speak to the people.
I do beseech you, let me overleap that custom. For I cannot put on the gown, stand naked, and entreat them for my wound's sake to give their suffrage. Please you that I may pass this door.
Sir, the people must have their voices. Neither will they wait for judge ceremony.
Put them not to. Pray you go thus and fit you to the custom.
It is a part that I shall blush in acting, and might well be taken from the people. Mark you that. To brag unto them thus I did, in thus showing them the aching scars which I should hide, as if I had received them for their hire only.
Do not stand on it. We recommend to you, tribunes to the people, our purpose to them, and to our noble consul, which we all joy and honor.
To Coriolanus come all joy and honor.
You see how he intends to use the people?
May they perceive his intent.
Not really informed of our proceedings. On the marketplace, I know they intend.
Once if ye do require our voices, we ought not to deny.
We may, sir, if we will. We have power in ourselves to do it, but it is a power we have no power to do. For if he shows us his wounds and tells us his deeds, we are to put our tongues into those wounds and speak for them. Ingratitude is monstrous, and for the multitude to be ungrateful, we're to make a monster of the multitude. Once we stalked up about the corn, and he stuck not to call us the many-headed multitude.
If he would incline to the people, there was never a worthier man. Here he comes, and in the gown of humility. Mark his behavior.
Content.
Oh, sir, you are not right.
What must
Have
I
you not
say?
known the worthiest men have done it?
I pray, sir, Ladies, ones, I do not bring my tongue to such a pace. Look, sir, my wounds, I got them in my country's service, when some certain of your brethren roared and ran from the sound of our own drums.
Oh, Rita, God, you must not speak of that. You must desire them to think upon you.
Think upon me. I would they would forget me.
You mar all. I'll leave you. I pray you speak to them. I pray you in wholesome manner.
Bid them wash their faces and keep their teeth clean. So here comes a brace. You know the reason for my standing here.
We do, sir. Tell us what has brought you to it.
My own dessert.
Your own dessert.
Aye, but not my own desire.
How? Not your own desire?
No, madam. 'Twas never my desire yet to trouble the poor with begging.
You must think if we give you anything, we hope to gain by you.
Well, then I pray you, your price to consulship.
The price is to ask it kindly.
Kindly, madam, let me have it. I have some wounds upon me which shall be yours in private. Your good voice, sir, what say you?
Shall have it, worthy sir.
A match, sir, there's in all two worthy voices begged. I have your alms, adieu.
So this is something odd. And toward it was again, but 'tis no matter.
Pray you now, if you may stand within the tune of your voices, that I may be consul. I have here the customary gown.
You have deserved nobly of your country, and you have not deserved nobly.
Your enigma.
You have been a scourge to her enemies. You have been a rod to her friends. You have not indeed loved the common people.
Then you should account me the more virtuous, that I have not been common in my love. Therefore beseech you, I may be consul.
We hope to find you our friend, and therefore we give you our voices heartily.
You have received many wounds for your country.
I will not seal your knowledge with showing them. I will make much of your voices, and so trouble you no further.
The gods give you much joy, sir.
Hardly.
Most worthy voices. Better it is to die. Better to starve than crave the hire which first we do deserve. Why then in this wolfish toad must I stand here to beg of every hob and dick that does appear their needless vouches? I am half through. For one part suffer, the other I will do. Here come your voices. Your voices! For your voices I have sought. What for your voices? For your voices bear of wounds 24 on. Battles thrice 6 have I seen and heard of. For your voices have done many things, some less, some more. Your voices? Indeed, I would be consul.
He has done nobly and cannot go without any honest man's voice.
Therefore, let him be consul. The gods give him joy and make him good friend to the people.
Amen. Amen.
God save you,
God save you,
noble
counsel.
Worthy voices.
You have stood your limitation, and the tribunes imbue you with the people's voice. Remains unto the official marks invested you anon to meet the Senate.
Is this done? The customary request you have discharged. The people do admit you and are summoned to meet an honor upon your affirmation.
Where? The Senate?
There, CORIOLANUS.
May I change these?
You may, sir.
That I'll straight do, and knowing myself again, repent of the
I'll keep you company. Will you alone?
We stay here for the people.
Very well. He has it now, and by his looks methinks his warm at heart.
Oh, with a proud heart he bore his humble reeds. Will you dismiss the people?
How now, my masters? Have you chose this man?
He has our voices, sir.
We pray the gods he may deserve your love.
I, madam, to my unworthy notice. He mocked us when he begged our voices.
He did mock us.
Especially, he flattered us downright.
'Tis his kind of speech. He did not mock us.
Not one amongst us, save yourself, said that he used us scornfully. Yet he should have showed us his marks of merit, the wounds he received for his country.
Why, so he did, I am sure.
He said he had wounds which he would show in private. I would be consul, says he, ancient custom, but by his voices will not so permit me. Your voices, therefore, and when we granted that, there was, I thank you, your voices. Thank you.
mock, custodial, soon-formed tongues.
He's not confirmed. We make tonight.
I'll have 500 voices of that size.
And that's right, 500 and a French peace on.
I already get peaceably and tell those friends they have chosen a council that will from them take your liberty.
Let them assemble, and on a sacred judgment all revoke your ignorant election. Enforce his pride and his old hate unto you. Besides, forget not with what contempt you all the humble we hide.
Now, lay a fault on us, your tribunes. Say we lay but no impediment between, but that you must cast your election on him.
What you have found, scaling his present bearing with his past, that he's your fixed enemy, and all revoke your sudden approbation.
Now say you ne'er have done it, harp on that still, but by our putting on, and presently when you have drawn your number, prepare to the counter! Almost all repent in their election. Let them go on. If, as his nature is, he fall in rage with their refusal, both observe and answer the advantage of his anger.
In the capital come. We shall be there before the stream of the people, and this shall seem, as partly 'tis their own, which we have goaded on.
Thomas Amphibius then had made new head. Saluting the bolty stand, but as at first ready, the time shall prompt him to strike upon us again.
They are warned, Lord Consul, so that we shall hardly in our age to see their banners wave again.
Saw your Amphibius. Spoke he of me?
He did, my lord.
How? What?
How often he had led you sword to sword, that of all things upon the earth he hated your person most.
At Antium lives he.
At Antony.
I wish I had some cause to seek him there, to oppose his hatred fully. Welcome home. Behold, the tribunes of the people, the tongues of the commonwealth. I do despise them, for they do prank them in authority against all noble sufferings.
Pass no further.
What is that?
It will be dangerous to go on no further.
What makes this change?
Master,
Had we not passed the noble and the common?
Cominius,
Have I had children's voices?
Noble tribunes, give way, the shouts of the marketplace.
the people are incensed against him.
Stop, or all will fall in ruin.
Are these your herd? Must these have voices that can yield them now and straight disclaim their tongues? What are your offices? You being their mouths, why rule you not their teeth? Have you not set them on?
Behold. The people cry, you mock them. And of late, when corn was given them gratis, then you call them time pleasers, flatterers, foes to nobleness.
Why, this was known before.
Not to them all.
Have you informed them, Siddons?
No, I inform them.
You are like to do such business.
Not unlike each way to better goals.
The people are abused, set on. This paltry becomes not Rome, nor has Coriolanus deserved this so dishonored rub laid falsely in the plain way of his merit.
Tell me of corn. This was my speech, I will speak it again.
Not now, not now. Not in this heat, sir.
Now as I live, I will. As for my country, I have shed my blood, not fearing outward force. So shall my lungs form words till their decay against those measles.
You speak of the people as if you were a god to punish not man of their infirmity.
More well we let the people know.
What, his collar?
Collar! Were I as patient as the midnight sleep, by Jove, 'twould be my mind.
It is a mind that shall remain a poison where it is. Not
Shall
poison
remain.
any further.
Hear you this Triton of the minnows. Mark you his absolute shall. Shall.
Twas from
Good, but most unwise patricians. Why, you grave but reckless senators, have you thus given Hydra here to choose an officer? And such a one as he that puts his shall, his popular shall, against a graver bench than ever was frowned on in Greece.
Well, on to the mark.
Whoever gave that counsel to give forth the gold of the storehouse gratis, as 'twas used sometimes in Greece?
No.
Though there the people had more absolute power. I say fed disobedience, fed the ruin of the state.
Why shall the people give one that speaks of their voices?
I give my reasons worthier than their voices. They know the corn was not our recompense, resting well assured they ne'er did service for its to the wars. Even when the navel of the state was touched, they would not thread the gates. This kind of service does not deserve corn gratis.
Come, enough!
Enough with over measure.
No, take more.
I've spoken like a traitor, and shall answer as traitors do.
Thou wretch, despite o'erwhelming me. What must the people do with these balls of news? When what's not meat, but what must be was law, then were they chosen. In a better hour, let what is meat be said it must be meat, and throw their power in the
Manifest treason!
It's the council, no.
Huh, let him be apprehended.
In whose name myself attach me as a traitorous innovator, a foe to the public good. Obey I charge thee and follow thy answer.
hence foul.
Will surely.
Good sir.
Hence, rotten thing, or I'll shake my son's head.
Coriolanus.
He's a disease that must be cut away.
He's a limb that but has a disease. Mortal to cut it off, to cure it easy. What's he done to Rome that's worthy of death? Killing her enemies, the blood he has lost, which I dare vouch is more than he hath by many an ounce. He dropped it for his country.
When he did love his country, it's honor to him.
Members of the foot being once gangrened is not been respected for what it once was.
We'll hear no more! Pursue him to his house and block his death.
One word more! Give me leave
possible, prove too bloody, and the end of it unknown to the beginning.
Noble Menino, be you then as the people's officer. Masters, we will be called.
Go not home.
Meet on the marketplace, we'll attend you there. Where? If you bring that march, we'll proceed in our first way.
I'll bring it to you. Let me desire your company. You must come when it's worst befallen.
Ravens to wear a better witness back than words, which we on like conditions will not counterfeit. Come, enter with us. Ladies, you deserve to have a temple built here. And all the swords and enemy in her Confederate arms could not have made this